Namaste, Fiafula and Teshithilik. I'm Mojusweta Lama and you're watching Collective News on Dharma Television. Let's begin with our top stories. The state's dissatisfaction with the decision to pay salaries of local representatives. Chinese tourist hopes to grow in Lumbini. The longest flight landed in Sydney after 10,000 miles for 19 hours. Ancient men, women and children coffins found in Egypt. Prince William and Kate Middleton made a surprise visit in Pakistan after an incident. Jennifer Lawrence and Cook Maroney wed in Rhode Island. India vs South Africa, third test, day 2, live cricket score streaming online. Officials of state government have expressed their dissatisfaction with the constitutional sessions this Friday after local level of people representatives have decided to abolish the monthly remuneration system. Some said the decision would immediately create a legal vacuum and some called the court's decision immature. Shortly after the Supreme Court's decision came, Member of Parliament Shankar Pokhrel expressed dissatisfaction over Facebook. He wrote citing various arguments. It would have been better if the decision of the Constitutional Court that had just come into practice would have been a little more mature. However, a detailed explanation of the verdict is yet to come. There was no explanation as it was discussed. He argued that it was not fair for the local level representatives to work without the service provided after the Constitution gave executive powers for all three levels. During the visit of Chinese President Xi Jinping to Nepal, raised hopes to increase Chinese tourists around located area of Lumbini. Concerned that such agreements between the two countries will encourage Chinese tourists to visit Buddhist place, President has linked the context of Lumbini to an article he wrote before coming here. The Chinese Buddhist temple built by his country in Lumbini states that it symbolizes the religious and cultural exchange between China and Nepal. Lumbini Hotel Association General Secretary Leela Mani Paudel said the Chinese media conveyed a positive message about Nepali hospitality during President Xi's visit. Spending hundreds of millions had to advertise in the Chinese media. The president's visit also saved the cost, he said, adding that the Chinese who are hospitable are definitely greedy. Now let us move on to the world news. With 50 passengers and crew flying non-stop for nearly 20 hours from New York to Sydney, the longest flight in the world has been successfully tested. In 19 hours and 16 minutes, Qantas Flight 7879 flew 16,200 km, touching down in Australia early on Sunday morning with spare fuel. An experiment to see how ultra-long-haul travel impacts those on board was the journey on a new Boeing 7879 Dreamliner. To track lightning and operation as well as passenger sleep patterns and consumption levels, a team of researchers was deployed. Ancient men, women and children coffin found in Egypt. The country's Antiquities Authority has given detail about 30 wooden coffin which was recently discovered in Egyptian city Luxor. The coffins were from the 22nd dynasty for men, women and children, and a priest had gathered and concealed them for fear of being looted. Mustafa Waziri, General Secretary of the Supreme Council of Antiquities, said the coffins were located in the Asif necropolis on the west bank of the River Nile near Luxor. With inscriptions and drawings, officials have described it as one of the last few years' biggest and most important discoveries. On the last day of their trip, Prince William and Kate Middleton paid a surprise visit to an orphanage in Pakistan. But after being caught in the middle of a severe thunderstorm, the Royal Air Force aircraft they were on was forced to abort a landing in Islamabad, Pakistan twice. Until landing in Lahore, the aircraft tried to stop in two areas of the city. So the visit to the SOS Children's Village Orphanage by the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge on Friday morning was a great surprise. It really comes through that nurturing of this place. It's like an arm wrapped around you, said Prince William during the visit. He also spoke about mental health and praised the orphanage staff. Kate was happy to come back to the SOS Children's Village as well. In addition, for a drawing session, the pair also joined the children on the board. They even received the little one's friendship bracelets, a pink one for Cambridge's Duchess and a blue one for Prince William. Now let us have a look at the entertainment news. On Saturday at Belcourt of Newport in Rhode Island, Jennifer Lawrence and Cook Maroney tied knot before family and friends. According to People, the guest list include Adele, Emma Stone, Kris Jenner and celebrities like Cameron Diaz enjoyed a clam bake at the rehearsal dinner on Friday. The historic mansion was inspired by the hunting launch at Versailles by Louis XIII. TMZ confirmed that the pair hired marriage consultant Mark Seed had attended the affair with 150 guests. Guests were treated to an extensive menu including wood-roasted herbal fish and lemon-infused butter or beef leg with forager's sauce for entry. As for dessert, the menu reportedly featured house-made marshmallow s'mores. For the sports news, we have India vs South Africa, third test, day 2, live streaming online. After losing 3 wickets in the first session, Rohit Sharma's 6th Test 100 helped India make a comeback in the Ranchi Test. Rohit and Ajinkya Rahane's 4th wicket partnership has the tails of the hosts up. Rahane was moving for his 11th Test century when bad light stopped playing. In the third session with India 224, the day's play was called off for 3 wickets. After 22 overs, the second new ball is due. As the fast bowlers will have to bowl with the old ball in the first session, South Africa won't have an advantage. Now for the upcoming events, we have meditation at NEO Center, Johar Bahru. The event is going to take place on 23rd October around 7:30 to 9:40 pm. It is a weekly group practice. It is truly inspiring to learn and practice Dharma with like-minded people in a supportive and friendly community. This is all we have for today on Collective News. For more updates, latest news, programs, information, please keep on watching Dharma Television. May all living beings be in peace and harmony. Thank you.